Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to Win TV, and I am Abbas Nathani. Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam Ali alayhi salam says that if you do not want to lose your peace of mind, then you should keep yourself busy with books. Now, reading is an act which all of us enjoy. The only difference could be in the choice of subjects. Like for instance, some of us may enjoy reading subjects like theology and philosophy, while others could be interested in subjects like politics and history. Books on personality development and self-help are also the type which many of us enjoy reading. Now, one type of books which we all have enjoyed reading and still enjoy reading are comic books. A comic book is such that all of us at some point in our life have spent many hours reading them. Now, many people believe that these books are only read and enjoyed by the kids, but this is not true. Recently, in the locality wherein I live, a coffee shop dedicated to comic book lovers has just come up. Also, you may notice that every morning when we pick up the daily newspaper, we not only enjoy reading the daily news, but we also enjoy reading the comic strips which appear alongside the newspaper. This proves that reading comics is not only enjoyed by the kids, but people from all age groups enjoy the same. Another aspect which we need to realize is the power of this medium. Now, even though comics as a medium have been around for many years, but even today, this is one of the most powerful mediums through which one can spread and propagate a message. You may remember that a few years back, it was through this medium that the Danish cartoonist had mocked at the personality of Prophet Muhammad. The uproar caused by his act was such that even today, many in the Muslim world have banned the consumption of Danish goods. Also recently, the famous microblogging site Twitter was banned in Pakistan as it was promoting a contest wherein the participants had to make cartoons on the personality of Prophet Muhammad. Now the question arises as to what makes these books so interesting and appealing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with a brain which is one of his finest miracles. Out of the many functions of the brain, one of its functions is to memorize things. And the way our brain works is that it stores data in pictures. That is why what is seen is much easily remembered than what is heard. Now, in a comic book, the illustrator uses not only words but also pictures to put across his message. This dual impact helps the brain in not only registering the data but also to preserve it for a longer time. The book which I present to you today is based on this principle. The name of the book is 40 Sufi Comics, and it has been compiled and illustrated by Muhammad Ali and Muhammad Arif Wakil. In this book, the compilers have used a comic style presentation to beautifully put across the teachings of the religion of Islam. They have taken different topics like spirituality, philosophy, oneness of Allah, and then under these topics, they have mentioned small but very interesting stories. Also, alongside each story, they have mentioned the relevant Quranic verse and a hadith from the Holy Infallible on the subject. Another beautiful aspect of their book is the kind of issues it tackles. This book is so universal that it is a good book which we can give to not only our non-Shia but also our non-Muslim brethren. Through this, we can introduce to them some of our Islamic teachings as well as the wisdom of the Holy Infallible. In my view, the stories included in this book are not only very funny but also many moral lessons can be learned from them. Let me share with you one of my favorite stories. It is narrated that once during the time of the sixth Imam, a man openly claimed that he disagreed with the Imam on three issues. The first one being that Imam alayhi salam said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never be seen, while this man claimed that if anything exists, then it should be seen. The second point was that Imam alayhi salam said that on the day of judgment, shaitan will be put in the fire of hell, while this man argued that if shaitan is made from fire, the fire of hell will not harm him as fire cannot harm fire. And lastly and importantly, Imam alayhi salam said that it is we who are responsible for our actions and we will be held accountable for them, while this man believed that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is responsible for all that we do. Now Behlul, who was the companion of the sixth Imam, was standing in the crowd. As soon as this man finished what he had to say, Behlul picked up a mud stone and hit it on this man's head. Now this man was in extreme pain and Behlul was caught and taken to the Caliph. When he was asked as to why he did this, Behlul replied that this man believes that whatever exists should be seen. So if he has pain, then tell him to show it right now. Then Behlul said that this man believes that fire cannot harm fire. So I hit him with a stone which is made of mud, and he is made of mud. So how can this stone harm him? And lastly, Behlul said that if he believes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is responsible for all that we do, then why is he blaming me for this? Before I leave, let me share with you one interesting fact about this book. You will be surprised to know that the compilers of this book are not any scholars or alims, but they are normal people like you and me doing normal things. The only difference is that they sincerely desired to serve the message of Islam. Now many of us, when we come across the question of guiding and helping others, we take a back step and we say that we are not cut out for this and this is something which should be left to the scholars. But we must remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in chapter 66, verse number 6 of the Holy Quran says that, "O you who believe, save yourself and your families from the fire of hell." Now this verse shows that guiding and helping others is incumbent upon us. Now we need not leave our jobs and businesses. But what we can do is take inspiration from Arif and Ali and try and help the community from where we are. It's now time for me to go. But do remember to purchase this book from our bookstore. And as well you can check these comics on their website, which is www.wakeel.org. Inshallah, I will see you next time. Until then, you take care and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all.